It's been a while, so I can say it. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all are going to have to deal with me. I am running a fever. It was beyond cold at my mom's place in Louisiana in general. And my body doesn't produce... Oh, Maddie's texting. We're planning a trip for Maddie to be able to go down to Louisiana for at least a day. Hey, Michelle. Planning a trip for Maddie to be able to go down to Louisiana for at least a day while she's here. I go pick her up on the Well, I gotta leave here the 21st. And I invited Clay and his wife and... Shit. I shouldn't have said that. Well, she won't watch this anyway. She's busy. But, we get to pick her up at 6 a.m. on the 22nd. The 23rd, she's going to see my sister with Draven and Cordelia. Please don't be Maddie. Oh, hey, hon. I need to go out there. You know, I just realized that... So everybody from the Corner Pocket went to Daddy-O's or whatever. And I was looking at Daddy-O's. It was a couple of months ago. We went to school with Jason Lozano. Like, he's Martina's, my best friend Martina. That's like her baby daddy. I didn't even know I knew that guy. I was looking up Daddy-O's to see what they had going on because, me and Omar, a couple of years ago for New Year's, for Paul's, or Draco, however you remember him, my husband, for his birthday, and we went to the Tailgater something. Anyways, it was over there off of Burke. Where the old bouncer and bartender from Corner Pocket, they went and opened that place. So I've yet to go to Daddy-O's. But I was really shocked. I was like, hey, I need to go out there. Like, still a high school reunion. They just moved it up the road. But, now I get to pick up Maddie on the 22nd. And, I have to take her back on Paul's birthday, which sucks, because Paul's birthday is January 1st, and she has to be there by midnight that night. So we are trying to... You haven't been there either? Have we all just turned into, like, moms who just sit at home and make soap and freaking talk about makeup? I never thought I'd be the makeup chick. You and Autumn used to take 5 years to get ready to go to a bar where there was no lights and it was dark. And I was just like, I got my chapstick. And yeah, now we're old and I'm like, I gotta do my face or I'm gonna get wrinkles. And then my rosacea, like, I got issues now. And I went to go see my poor brother. He had been sober for 6 months. And, he's learned the hard way. I mean, this isn't the first time he's been a junk. He started doing drugs when he was 14, kind of right in the family. But I got to go see him yesterday, and he's finally admitting out of all of these years that he's been doing drugs, because he's 33, that he just can't be around them. And I was like, finally, some accountability. So, unfortunately, his liver and his kidneys are already starting to fail him. So, definitely praying for him. And it sounded bad. I left there and I was like, I'm gonna go get a beer and I'm gonna drink it for you. Hey, Bruce, I forgot what you said. What Uncle Crow said his name was on here. I know it's something different, so you'll have to type it in the comments. So, I'm super sick from my trip to Louisiana. I'm running a fever, which makes my face even more red than usual. But, one night there, my cousin, she works for the sheriff's department, and Friday night into Saturday, or Thursday into Friday, when I was driving out there on Friday. Yes, I did make it home okay. Joel Norton. Yeah, I would have never found that. Thank you. Bianca's going to be posting all the pictures from my dad's event. I just don't know what to call it. It wasn't a funeral, celebration of life. It's just a mouthful. Oh my God, Myra, I love you. I miss you. So, Myra, y'all, is my wonderful friend and lady who got me into Limelight. But, no, Bruce, Bianca's going to be posting a lot of she's going to be posting all the pictures from my dad's event this weekend. She said this weekend. She's a teacher, so during the week she's teaching kids and then going home and getting drunk so she can go teach them again the next day. But I did get to see my brother on my way home, and he needs to be put on dialysis, but he's in otherwise good spirits. Thank you very much, because I can't drink shit right now. I feel like crap. That night we went home, and I don't know what it is about where my mom lives, but it got down, it was 27 degrees. And it was just so freaking cold. But I am here just to be accountable. I've been in my bed all day, and I did go take Draven to school, and went and did the whole carpool line. Cordelia gets out of school late on on Mondays and Tuesdays. Mondays, she has math Olympiads, which I guess is just something for really smart math kids. And I'm sorry, I don't know more about it right now. And then starting tomorrow, she's in EcoBot. So she's in 4th grade. Looks like she's going to be skipping 5th and just moving right on to 6th, which is going to be awesome. We'll just have both kids at one school. And hopefully she'll be challenged, because as of right now, since pre-K, this kid has not been challenged whatsoever. And it gets her in a lot of trouble, because she talks like her mama. Thank you so much. Just from the screenshot I posted earlier, I've already gotten, I think it's 3 or 4 more orders. But yeah, I'm killing it this month, and I'll have to text you and tell you how I'm doing it. Hey, Nisha. Myra is here, and she's proud of us. That's wonderful news. I miss you. I need to bring you some wine, Myra. Yes, I am sick. It was very, very... Thank you so much. Coming from you, that means the world. Meredith posted something about me the other day because I was active like by the 5th. And I was just like, wow, for coming from you, like that's just, it blows my mind, because I've really, between the hurricane and my dad and then losing my other family members, I've only been actually working the business side of this for 2 months. And it's changed my entire life. So, yes, anytime Jerry's gone and I can sneak over, I will bring some wine. I bought a whole bunch for my mom. My mom hasn't drank since I can't even freaking remember. And she was like, she called me when I was already on my way to Louisiana. And she said, "You got any wine with you?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "What kind?" I said, "Well, it's funny." I said, "It's Beaujolais," which is, for anybody who doesn't know anything about wine and they want to drink a red wine, give them Beaujolais and they'll love it. And then you can ease them into the other thicker, more amazing grapes. And thank you, Nisha. You're up there. You're moving pretty fast this month yourself. I need to tell you what I'm doing. I'm watching it. The only reason that I haven't gone into the rooms and told everybody, into the groups and told everybody how I'm doing it, is because I'm waiting for the little graph thing to tell me what demographic area it is. Like, I could tell people in California what I'm doing, but if I have a whole bunch of beauty guides in one area, then what I'm doing will cut into, it's not that it's a competitive thing, it's just that the algorithm. So Maddie's dad is a techie nerd, and there's an app that I'm using. That is what is generating all of the traffic. And y'all, when I tell you it's $3 a month, it's $3 a month. That's it. Yes. Even when I'm sick, Myra, you'll see me on here. When I was depressed, going through my dad's stuff. This is the room that my dad passed away in. This was his room. It didn't matter. And people, you know, they didn't think it was weird. They were going through what I was going through with me. And like my dad was like 3 feet back behind me on the floor for like 5 hours. And actually Limelight kind of made me get up and be accountable for my business. Like I made this investment and it didn't make any sense to just sit in bed. And my dad was a go-getter and he would have kicked my ass if he was here. So I just got on one day and I said, you know what? I'm not making him proud by sitting in my bed and not taking a shower and not getting up and doing my hair. Or doing my hair to me, y'all, is putting it in a clip. And I think I've shown y'all before. I use the old school grandma clip. Yes. It's not even a fancy one. But it's something. And now I make sure I get up. I take my shower while the kids are getting ready for school. I always plan what I'm going to do the night before. Last night I did not. Just because I had so many packages I was waiting for. I expected to come home to all these packages. And Paul was like, you didn't get no packages. I was like, what the? And then I remembered it snowed. So even right now, I've been waiting. I have a client that I need to do her makeup. But now they're saying that her stuff is going to be here. It was supposed to be here today. And now they're saying it's going to be tomorrow. But little by little, I've accumulated with points and just with very, very small investments. Every week I buy something. And I've been doing, you know, I signed up with Limelight back in June. And here we are almost to mid-December. When you take every single week and you buy, you know, I just gave myself a $25 limit. That's all I had. Some of the stuff was more. And I would use my money from my commission card the month before, and all my commission card goes to, I mean, it helped, it's been paying the utilities, but now that Paul has been back at the union, it allows me to buy stuff like, you know, I didn't like Limelight's cards. I thought they were too bland, so I made my own, and other marketing tools, banners, different stuff, because I'm gearing up for bridal extravaganzas. I'm signed up for one in January, I'm signed up for one in April, and one in May. And if I can squeeze the March one in there, I will. But I have a lot of work that I'm going to be doing with ISF. And Ian's ready to start building that animal sanctuary that we've been talking about for 5 years. And I'm going to my first gala. I don't even know what to wear. Ladies, y'all are going to have to help me because I texted his sister and I was like, Robin, what are you wearing? Because she's a tomboy like me. And I'm staying at her house instead of renting a place in New Orleans. It's just all of Ian's family is there in Louisiana. So it's just easier just to play eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And just, we all go out. We go to local pubs where nobody recognizes Ian as a guy from Vampire Diaries. Oh, when you get your mirror, I promise, Nisha, you don't even really need the mirror. Just get in front of the light. You have been here for me, Myra. Oh, fantastic. The client, she's going to be out of town, so I don't have to go do her makeup until January 4th. Praise Jesus. Because I don't know what it is about her foundation, but it's taken 5 years to get here. I love that I can pick up the phone and text you. And trust me, I try many other avenues before I get to you. Because I know that you got, you know, your baby and your family and what, you know, everybody's got something going on. But I'm just like, damn, like, I don't want to bother her. But she's like right here. Like, she can answer me. So, thank you for answering me and always being there to support me. And I'd really love you to come back. We love you and we miss you. Even Meredith. Meredith still calls to check up. She says she calls you too, so. Okay. People just really love to text me in the middle of the evening. But Limelight, I'm really just, whenever I go to the gala, Ian's sister, who doesn't wear makeup, like, if you know anything about Ian Somerhalder, other than he's hot, and he's famous, and he's done all of these movies and shows, the root of the Somerhalders is very holistic. His mom was a massage therapist for many, many years. She had her own place. Everything, like when I was staying with his sister one summer, you know, her kids would be like, oh, I have a headache. And she'd bust out with this old school rubber water bag and like put it in a knitted thing that her mom knitted and like put it on the back of his neck. And they don't believe in taking medicine or anything like that. So when I show up with my backpack full of Walgreens bottles, she was like, girl. And Ian had bought her this really cool mat that you could lay down on, and you put on these weird psychedelic glasses and this like weird sounding music. And I could go through this little screen and I would click lupus in the morning, and then I would go through fibromyalgia and all the other stuff that I had wrong with me. And it was this magnetized thing. And is it in my mind? Was it in my mind, or was it the mat? I don't know. But when I was in Louisiana, I got a job. I was working. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. And then going around trying to tell people, you know, knocking on their doors, because they didn't know what fracking was. They didn't know what was going on behind their backs. So it was really fun, and that's how I got really, really close with them. But I am dying. I'm dying because I'm just like, it's January 20th. It's at a very prestigious place in New Orleans, and it is a gala. And Ian is very clever. Ian and Nikki, they're both amazing. Instead of calling it the red carpet, it's the paw carpet. It's the Mutts to Models gala in New Orleans. It's the first annual one, and we're going to be raising money for abandoned, stray, beaten, bullied dogs. And I'm like, I got my makeup covered. For once, that's the one thing I have covered. Usually, I know what to wear, and I would always have to find Maddie or find somebody. I don't know if Michelle's still on here, but we used to live together at one point, and I would ask her or one of the other girls that lived there, Autumn. I was like, I need somebody to do my makeup. I said, because I just feel like I'm looking really dull, because they always looked fabulous. And I was rocking my medicated Bliss Tex chapstick, like literally the little green one. My mom still has that. I stayed with my mom in Louisiana, and she had it on the table. I was like, Mom, I literally talk and make so much fun of that chapstick on my live videos. But it's like a family tradition. That's what we wore. Eyeliner, mascara. I asked my mom, I said, what makeup are you wearing? She's like, I'm going to put on my eyeliner, mascara. And she said, my chapstick should be there on the table. That is how I grew up. Like, when you grow up in the bayou, who are you getting dressed up for? Nobody. And then living in Deer Park, I kind of would put like powder on. Thank you so much. That baby is getting so big. And yes, please call me whenever you're ready for wine. You know I got it. I love you. But today, I got off the phone with her, and she's like, I'm not buying anything new. So we're both saying that we're not going to buy anything new to wear to this gala with all of these celebrities. And I've seen only portions of the guest list, so I'm just like, I'm just going to hang out with Robin because she's cool. And we speak the same language. And we're going to, we'll figure it out. But I got my makeup covered for once. I'm ass backwards. So the point of this video is to say hi, let y'all know I did get some new goodies in today, and I'm so excited. And I found this really cool app. I'm going to be sending these to my neighbors, and they're probably going to think I'm weird. But I have so many of these left over. These are our holiday guides. And on the back, it has my name, my phone number, my link. And then, of course, just because I'm anal retentive, I would throw, like, you know, some samples of the skincare or whatever. This is stuff that I do. So people have been blowing up my phone, asking me how the hell I went. I had a pretty decent November, but December, to be honest, I haven't even been on here because I've been traveling. So while I'm sitting here, like, my computer's telling me I'm getting more orders as I sit here. And it is an app that I am using, and the app it doesn't specify my demographics. I can specify them if I want to, but I'm an activist all over the world, so I would never do anything just right here in Kingwood. I don't even like the state of Texas, so, and I'm proud to say that. Like, I'm not from here. I will never be from Texas. But, while I'm here playing with you guys, I got a hold of this app, and the app, he looks like a little alien guy. Actually, if I get out of here, when I get offline, when I get off the live, I will message you, Nisha and Myra, and I will let y'all know what I'm doing, because I'm not doing anything. That's just it. So when I post these pictures, and like just since the one I posted earlier, I'm past that point. Like, my lifetime is in the 3200s now. Earlier, it was not even close to that. And that was just this morning. And right now, I'm at 3200 and something. And my computer's telling me that that number has even gone up. Hey, Art. I haven't heard from you in a while. But, what was I saying? So, it's an app. And what it does is it takes all of your social media networks, whether they're business or public. I actually have both my public Facebook and my boutique Facebook page on there. I have my Instagram. I used to have other Instagrams for ISF, but because I wanted... Here's my deal with organizations, especially nonprofits. They have to be really careful about collaborating with other people, because then you're walking a fine line between being charitable instead of, being a profit versus a non-profit. If you start taking a whole bunch of money from all these people that you're collaborating with, then you kind of lose your 501 or 5031c status or whatever that is. So, with ISF, to me, on a more global level, I didn't understand why we had to ask permission. Like the marches that we put on every year, I would have to put in my application to ask permission from ISF. Like in January, I got to the point where, okay, we did the march on October the 3rd. When I got home, whatever Monday, whatever that date was, I was already sending in my application to ISF for the following year, because they were really slow at getting back with us. There was a lot of changes that were going on. And, you know, I had to have permission to do it. And it was kind of, I was like, you know, we weren't allowed to share certain stuff that was from, say, the Sierra Club or the Beyond Coal campaign, Years of Living Dangerously. Like, all of these projects that Ian was a part of, ISF wasn't allowed to promote. And I was like, this makes no sense. What is the purpose of the foundation if we're only educating ourselves? We can't go out and educate other people. I thought that was the whole point of the foundation. And I wrote a lot of emails and made a lot of phone calls. And then, of course, you know, having the access to his family, I would never, ever, ever, and I never have and I never will, take that for granted. But, you know, when certain things would, you know, people were starting to say stuff, whatever, I would just, you know, drop a text, or if I was at a convention, I would just be like, hey, y'all may want to and then I would wind up running into Ian anyways and letting him know. And he's crazed. It's in one ear, out the other. He's trying to catch a plane, and he's always got somewhere to be. So I usually wind it up. I keep doing this because my eyebrows feel really funky. My skin is super dry from being out there in the cold. And then, of course, once we got out there with my dad and we were all dressed in, you know, our biker boots and our pants. I had leggings under my pants. But my face feels like it's falling off. So foundation is a huge thing for me. And so now we're able to do all of this different stuff, and this gala is going to be amazing. I'm praying that somebody gives me some insight. Me and his sister might just hit up a thrift store or something, because she's very hobo chic. When you grow up on the bayou, you don't care about things like what your clothes look like, your purse, or anything. You don't even carry a purse. You just get to this point where it's yoga pants or leggings and an LSU hoodie and some Asics, and you're good to go. Like every single mom in Louisiana, I don't care whether it's from when you cross the border or you go all the way over to St. Tammany Parish. That's what they look like. They're all wearing the same thing. They're all wearing yoga pants. Some of them shouldn't be, but they're all wearing yoga pants. They're all wearing hoodies with some kind of LSU Tigers or NOLA Houdat Saints, all that stuff. And I'm just like, that's what I love. But I've built this business. I have this boutique. What do I do with it? Well, I need a foundation. I had to rethink the game and was like, look, I can't just be coming on here every single day talking about products, because how much more can I do to my face? And so there's days like today that are really cool where I'm going to show you, I finally, when I tell y'all that I ordered this other palette that I'm fixing to show y'all, I ordered this palette so long ago, I had to go back and thing in my orders. I ordered it in October, and I'm just getting it. This never happens. This never happens. It was a fluke. They refunded my money. I didn't wind up paying for this thing, but I've been waiting for it forever, and I need it for a lot of things. So, you know, I could come on here every day and say, okay, I'm going to put my concealer on my eyes because our concealer has eye primer, and I'm prepping. Hello, Catherine. Hey, Maddie. I can say, oh, I'm going to put this on my eyes so it'll prep my eyes for this. And I used to do videos like that. And to me, if like all of these other women that I was watching and, you know, trying to learn the business from them, because this is not a pyramid MLM, multi-level marketing type of company. This is a direct sales company. My boutique that I created, my own business that I was already selling stuff from. No, it's not next door. It's called Friendly. It's called Friendly, like being friendly. And you'll see a little alien guy on there. That's the app. And I'll explain to you. Everybody is dying to know. So that's the name of the app. Getting back to how am I making so much money? How am I getting these sales when I'm not doing anything at all but sitting here talking to y'all and some lady? And okay, so my last one was in New Jersey. Do I know said woman that's here? I'm not going to give out her information, but no, I don't know her. But the app sends out feelers, and you can put up to 100 different hashtags on there, search words. Mine only has 50. And I get an order probably every hour to 2 hours so far. So, but the app is called Friendly. It's a cute little guy with little alien ears. And Nisha, I'll tell you when I get off of here how it works. So we sell eyeshadow, we sell blush, we sell concealer, and I used to get on here very boring like and be like, okay, well today I'm going to do the same darn thing I did yesterday, but I'm going to tell you something different. So our concealers, I don't have anything on them, just plain. Our concealers have eye primer in it already. And if you once you put the concealer on, you don't have to put anything else on your eyes to prime. But I like to put the pressed powder over it just because my eyelids stay a little oily sometimes. Because I go a little crazy with the must-do because it smells fucking phenomenal. So I would go back over that and I would put the powder. And I can actually do half of my face. I don't want to do my whole face because I'm sick and I don't feel it. My face is super hot, y'all. But I'm going to do it just to show you something. The difference between the videos I used to do and the difference between how I do my videos now. If you didn't get your hands on these classified brushes, I feel really bad for you. I feel really, really bad. Even when I did my mom's makeup, my mom was like, what are you putting on my face? It feels like silk. I was like, it actually feels like a chinchilla to me. I said, but they are professional brushes. And I saw that Kylie Jenner is getting her ass handed to her because she came out with a professional brush line, and I've seen it, and it is very sleek, and it's super sexy, super, super sexy. And she's charging like $320 for it, and I think it's $360. And people are looking at her and going like, all of a sudden, King Kylie like fell down, and people are literally like calling her B words and stuff on Twitter and saying, you ain't all that you think you are. And, you know, all these people that have been, you know, they got her where she's at and bow down to everything, you know. Hello, Bobby. Bow down to everything Kylie Jenner. She puts out a professional, you know, right now, Bobby, I'm talking about our classified brushes. Kylie Jenner put out her brushes, and they're $360, and she's getting her ass handed to her because people are saying that, you know, why on earth there's so many other brushes that are so good. And I have some. I have my old ones rolled up right there, and I will probably continue to use at least 3 or 4 of them. Hey, Beatrice, that I just can't really get myself away from. But to be perfectly honest, this set of 15 and Kylie's is a set of 16. But this set of 15 is all you need in life. And they're so professionally, I mean, and just sexy and sleekly done. I'm not going to need to buy brushes ever. For like years, I won't need brushes. My Lancome set has lasted me, I think I'm going on 2 or 3 years. And I could still keep running with those. But I got these between Points and Cyber Monday. I didn't really pay that much for them. So, one of the things that I changed. So, if you're just joining, I've done a recap of my weekend. I am sick. I'm running a fever, so my face is like super red. More red. I have rosacea anyway because I have lupus. But please excuse my scratchy voice. But I just have to come on here because that's what Limelight does for me. My father passed away on October 20th here in this room. And for a month, I didn't leave my room. And I made a promise to him when I put him in this little necklace here. I said, you know what? I'm going to get off my ass because if he was here, he'd be putting his foot up my backside. So Even when I'm feeling sick, I just walk across the hall into my room, turn my lights on. It did take me a while to clean my desk because I had some one-on-ones to do that I didn't get to, but I make sure that I carry all of my products with me all the time. Because you just never know who you're going to run to, especially when you're going to like a funeral, celebration of life kind of thing. And my Aunt Ava is now interested. And the first thing that I notice about people now is when they're wearing shades that they shouldn't be wearing. I can tell you, oh my gosh, I'm not going to make fun of you, but I'll be like, if you don't mind, I'd like to help you find a color that matches you. And if I'm already running around with, first of all, we have a link I can send you. And it's 9 questions. You answer the questions and be really truthful. Don't do the app. I'm talking on my phone. We're going to pretend that this amazing freaking soap bar smells fabulous. We're going to pretend this is my phone. So don't go through there and be like, what color do I look like? And you're trying to match it to these colors in here. Don't do it if you're already wearing makeup, number 1. 2, if it's during the summertime, don't do it. Match it to your neck. If you tan, if you live in a state like Florida or California where your skin changes every day, or you're just somebody who just really doesn't know what color your face is because you're just always putting so much different products on it, go with your neck. Because that's what we want to match your face to, is your neck. So that is one of the first things that I tell people. And my Aunt Ava was definitely using, I would venture to say it was about 5 to 6 shades way too dark for her. She didn't look bad. I mean, her makeup was in place. She didn't do a bad job with her makeup, but she just wasn't the right color. Like, actually, as a matter of fact, I found out there's a whole side of my mom's family that I have never known. She ran away from them when she met my dad, and their last name is Jones. Like, we're the Joneses. So I'm definitely hitting up Ancestry.com because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm part Jones? Like, I don't know who I am anymore. If Mutt was a full-blown breed of, like, expensive dog, like, people buy greyhounds for racing, or they buy pit bulls, or my dad was into bull mastiffs, or mastiff, however you say it. Am I missing a brush? I better not be. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. I am. I'm missing my concealer brush. It might be in my other thing. If not, I probably left it at my mom's, but I'm going back there in like 2 weeks anyway, so it'll be fine. Yep, I did. So that's fine. I'll pull my brush from this bag. And so the first thing I always offer people is make sure that they're color matched. And it's okay. You can pull a woman aside without being offensive and let them know, hey, your makeup is great. What products are you using? Okay. It's probably, I mean, if you're in the makeup business like I am, or you wear makeup, I used to not wear makeup, so I couldn't go there. But if somebody would have come up to me and been like, hey, like, what are you wearing? I would have been like, eyeliner, mascara, and medicated Blistex. But don't be afraid to walk up to somebody and ask them. I do that. I did it a lot this weekend. So I'm only going to do half my face because I'm going to show you how I used to do my videos and why I don't do it anymore. So I would get on in the morning and it would be like, get ready with me. This is how much concealer I used to put on one eye. And actually I got more to go. This is way too much. Way too much. So I'm going to waste it and I'm going to put it on this eye. Way, way, way too much. I was still going to classes and doing all that jazz. So I would tell people as I was doing this, I'm using, a concealer brush that's meant for concealers. Why is it meant for concealers? It makes it's super smooth, it's soft, it makes the concealer palatable, movable, is the word people are looking for. And until you set it with our setting spray, you can do anything you want. It makes it easier to build upon. So I'm putting the foundation down. This is not foundation, it's just a figure of speech. And I would tell people, our concealers are made of A, B, C, and D. They already have eye primer on them, so I don't have to go in and put a eye primer on, wait for it to dry, make sure it's not sticky. This already has eye primer in it, so I'd be done with that. And one thing that I like to do, because when I do wear eyeshadow, I like to build a lot. So I get our perfect pressed powder here, and just a little bit will cover both eyes. And I'm just doing that to set it, because I want it to be matte, and I want my eyeshadow to stay in place. And I would go through and make these long, drawn-out videos about how to do every single thing with every single product. So what I did was, I got sick of listening to myself. God's honest truth. I was like, okay, I put my makeup on the same way every single day. So I started coming on with everything, my base, like I would have already primed my face. Here's my primer. I would have already done this number. I would have waited it to dry. I would have put my concealer on, and I would have put my foundation, covered up my rosacea, and then I would start the video. And then I'd be like, okay, from here, today we're going to be working out of, y'all, this is the palette that came in today. I have been dying and waiting for. Totally Saved by the Bell, right? When I am actually going to do a demonstration, I'll put some on right now for you just to show you. When I saw, my battery is always running low. When I went to my friend Myra's house and I was looking at all the stuff, I said, yeah. I said online, I saw this real funky palette that looks like it's like from the Studio 54. And she was like, oh my gosh, she's like, that's our Lottie palette, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, watch, I'll just show you how to use it. So somebody real quick, just throw out a color. Which color do you want me to put on? I'm going to show you what it does, really. Hold on, let me cover. We have yellow, orange, pink. This is like an electric blue. We have lime green and like funky fuchsia magenta, whatever. Somebody, throw out a color. Maddie, you still on here? What color do you want me to play with? Somebody's got to be curious about one of these colors because they're all crazy. There is no wrong answer to this question, by the way. Because, just to blow y'all's minds, I'm going to actually blend the bottom three. Just because I feel like being crazy. So I'm going to blend this funky magenta, this very lime green, and this very electric blue. And so here is my number 7. I had to make sure I was reading right. But this is an eyeshadow brush. And all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start with the darker color. And I'm going to put it in my dome. So I'm going to use this brush. I'm literally not even going to move the brush. I'm pressing. Look how much color comes off. This palette's going to probably die with me. It's going to last through the end of time. Alright, at least when the zombies come, I'll look good. And I'm going to start in the middle, because that's where the most of the product is going to go, wherever you put your brush down first. And as long as you know how to work your brushes, you have good brushes, and you get to, when I first started doing our lives, y'all, anybody who can go back and get my first live, Myra was calling me on the phone, telling me, girl, you see that big glass behind you that you have wine in? You need to drink it. She was like, you're too nervous. I still, to this day, keep my wine glass next to me. That wine glass got me through that first live. And I'm just going through, and I would be telling people about the products and this and that. But I don't do that anymore. What I do now is I ask y'all about y'all's lives. Like, who heard about the New York bombing today? You know, what are y'all having for dinner? What, you know, I got away from talking about the makeup and just started, I would show you. Okay, so I put on, we're going to call that funky magenta. I'm going to move on to this lime green. And I'm going to get a little bit smaller of a brush. So that big old bright, vibrant color, because I already know that this stuff is 50% pigmented, I pressed down once and I had enough just to go over my dome, and doesn't matter which light, let me put it brighter just a little bit. It's not out of control. What's out of control is my sleepy eyes. So I'm going to go in with an angled brush. It's angled there. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of, I'm actually going to go blue first, because I'm going to put the green in the middle. So again, I'm going to take the angled brush and I'm going to just put it here. That's it. Got enough there, probably too much. And you can always try to tap it, but our powders don't really, they don't really go anywhere. You don't have like a bunch of, you'll have, if you're doing like a smoky eye or something like that, you'll have some, I call it seepage, and people think that that's just a funky word to use. But fallout is the correct term. And I'm going to put some more over here. Look how bright it is when you first put it on and you're like, oh my God. Either you're going to the 80s party or you just don't know what the hell you're doing. Maybe it's a little of both. And I would talk to people and be like, oh my God, this color is so amazing. This palette reminds me of Saved by the Bell. And I've been dying to play with it. And why it took me 5,000 years for it to get here, I will never know. But I'm happy that it's here because I've been waiting. And then I'm going to take, so this is a little flat brush. I can't tell you the name of it now because I don't know. And it's not super hard, but it's not super flimsy either. It is what it is. And for where I'm going to put it, I need to put it flat. So I'm going right here in the green. And I'm just going to lay my brush there. Bam. I mean, I ain't got heavy hands, y'all. And I want it to go right here. So I'm going to press. And then I'm just going to work it in here. And I've never played with this palette before. I literally just opened this palette. It's what got me out of my bed. And I'm just tapping away. Tapping away. And I would go back because I need a little bit more magenta again. And again, I don't know what the technical names for these are. I haven't looked it up. I just pulled it out of the box and was like, hell yes, I've been waiting for you all my life. All my life. Like Boys to Men. Or it was Jodeci, wasn't it? Yeah. And then I want just a little bit more of that green. Now, would I wear this every day? Hell no. I mean, you can. It looks pretty. But it actually would have matched the blouse my sister was wearing Saturday when we put my dad's ashes to rest. This actually would have been a perfect eye color combination for her, because she was wearing a very floral, but they were like bright flowers. And the colors I'm using would have went with it perfectly. But she decided to stay in Lafayette, and I didn't. I was with my mom. So, I wasn't driving 2 hours away to go do makeup that we were all going to cry off anyway. And that's a lie, because Limelight, I proved to my mom, Limelight does not come off. It just doesn't. So, whenever you get over here, what is in my hair? God only knows. When you get over here, this is the one that has the concealer on it. You just want to make sure that those line up. And so the difference, I'm not doing a tutorial video. I'm showing you the difference between the way I used to do videos and how I do them now and why I'm successful with them. That really bugs me. What is in my hair? There's something. It's probably that crap. My daughter was playing with some kind of salt and rice, and they were making something at school today. She decided to get in the car and throw it at me. Okay. So what I started doing, instead of going through, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm just completely talking about the products, I did what I do best. I started opening my mouth, and I started talking about shit that mattered to me. Because chances are, it probably matters to somebody else too. And they just don't know who to go to, what to say. There's a lot of people on here. Keith, you know very well, I'm an environmental activist. There's a lot of people on here who already know that I'm an activist. And they're very curious as to why in the world is this chick talking about makeup all the time, all of a sudden. And people are curious. And I did the videos the way they trained me to do them. And I said, you know what? The reason I don't work for the quote-unquote man anymore is because I didn't like being told how to teach people about wine. If I want to say that, you know, people would come to me and they'd be like, oh, I want a robust Bordeaux and blah, 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 blah. And I'd give them what they wanted, knowing with the food that they were eating, it wasn't going to match. And two, I can just look at a person and tell you what kind of wine they drink. I'd go get it for them and come back, and I would just stand there and wait. Oh, this must be a bad vintage or a bad bottle. Yeah, it's the bottle's fault. You don't know what you're doing. And that's okay. That's why there are sommeliers like me in the world. Teach you how to do it right. But the same way that I can go in there and teach somebody how to buy a bottle of wine, I could sit here all day long and teach you how to do makeup, and I could teach you how to sell it. I could teach you how to do a lot of different things. But that's not the fun part for me. The fun part is coming on here, creating something out of nothing, and then y'all be like, I put the pictures up. When I have so many selfies of myself right now, it's beyond belief. I never thought in a million years I would be like Maddie, with all the selfies and Snapchat and all that. I'm that chick now. I'm like, all right, I'm that chick. Why do I spray my brushes? Because I'm using our 16 plus hour setting spray that I would spray on my face whenever I'm done. I like to work with wet brushes, again, because I like to work with everything palatable. Same thing with wine. You gotta figure out the person's palate. And so I got tired. I would tell the Cabernet, the Bordeaux Cabernet wannabe drinker, I would tell him, I said, you know, I have this real slutty, like, open-legged red wine in the back that is still Cabernet, and I think will be a little bit more of what you're looking for. Because anybody who orders a Bordeaux, unless they know what they're doing, they're going to tell you, oh my God, that's too dry. I can't drink it, it's too dry. Actuality, douchebag, that's what you ordered. If you got to know, if you're trying to impress a chick, call me, text me, or at least get online and try to figure out what kind of wine you're going to buy. If you're going to spend money on a bottle, get a blend. Especially if she don't know what the hell she wants to drink. You know jack all about wine. Do your research. Like, do you want a happy ending on this date? Do you want another date? Think about the things that you want. So I started thinking about makeup in the same way. I don't want people telling me, did I go through all my classes? Did I do all my stuff? Did I do everything? Yes. I had already done cosmetology when I was in high school. So I worked for TGF hair cutters for a very long time. And I just got tired of being told what to do. I didn't like it. And so I decided when Myra introduced me to this, I'm working out of the Bare Metals packet, by the way, right now. Collection, not packet. Just because I want a little glow up here on my brow bone. You know, I would have put this stuff all over the place. I wouldn't have known what I was doing. I wouldn't have known what to tell people. I wouldn't have had a foundation. And they tell you, whenever you're selling this, you need to make sure that you say this and this and this and this. Not Limelight specifically. The school that I went to for, the school's name is Aveda. Or Aveda, however you want to say it. They tell you exactly what to say to, one, upsell. Of course, everybody wants to make money. You got to upsell. And two, make people believe that they needed stuff that they really just didn't need. I don't like to be that person. I'm not a salesperson at all. The fact that I'm even making money at doing this blows my own freaking mind. I went from wearing eyeliner, chapstick, and mascara to being able to take those funky, out of this world. I'm obsessed with, and will be using these a lot, especially with the Bare Metals collection. Smoky eye, they already thought of it for you. They thought of it for you. I just show you how to put it on. I don't need to tell you that, you know, this black is different from the black that's in our everyday black. You know, it's darker and very deep pigment. Like, one little thing of this will cover your whole eye. And this shimmery one is a little bit more shimmery and has a little bit more of a silver undertone to match this, because we're trying to make the smoky eye. That's the whole point of this palette. So I thought of it from a scientific point of view. And I said, you know what? Whenever I tune in to a lot of these women that I just absolutely adore with Limelight, when they're putting on their makeup, they're not telling you about, you already know what I'm going to be doing my eyebrows with. I'm going to grab my spoolie, I'm going to comb what little hairs I have that chemo left me with, and then I'm going to take my angled brush, and then I'm going to use eyeshadow, because anybody who's been watching me for more than 2 days knows that I use eyeshadow and lip liner for everything. That's another thing that sets me apart from all the other Limelight people, is every single product that I have, I would be willing to bet Vegas money. In 2.5 years, I'm still going to have all this stuff. I know how to take care of my stuff, and I've learned, so I have a chemistry major, and that was my big thing, and that's what I was going into medicine and have a medicine degree and was a medical professional. And there's a long drawn out story about why I'm not in there anymore, and I won't bore you to tears with it. But I looked at makeup in a scientific manner and said, you know what? These products are so high grade, and I don't like to even use that word, but we're just going to go with it for now. This is what the actors that I work with in the charity world are wearing. This is what makes them look good. One of the ladies in the beginning of the video, she works for the news, and she wants me to come do her makeup on a Thursday. She finally told me January 4th. And she wants a daytime look, and she wants an evening time look. And I can do half of the face. I only did my eyes today. That one eye, just to prove a point. And I could explain to her every single detail that I'm doing, or I could just shut up, do her makeup, and talk to her about whatever she's going to talk about on TV. And so when I started getting personal with people, when I started telling y'all my story, and when I started opening up, and y'all just saw that I was just a regular old person who happened to find makeup and happened to fall madly in love with it and have a serious affair with it. Like, serious affair. Like, this takes away from my kids because I'm in here talking to y'all. But while I'm in here talking to y'all, having this awesome affair with these amazing products, I'm still getting to... I don't have Chun Chun and Limmy in front of me because I haven't unpacked my suitcase, y'all. I'm sorry about that. But I'm getting to work for a company, buy makeup, or use my points to buy it, however way. Limelight gives a lot of stuff away. But they started a foundation called the Brighter Together Foundation, and every purchase, proceeds are going to these women, that need entrepreneurial education because they have these ideas. But in third world countries, women and children, for the most part, are usually running for their lives. They don't have roofs over their head. They don't have clean running water. They don't have filtration systems. They don't have school systems. And you're telling me these products are all green and clean. Green meaning environmentally friendly, and they don't have no chemicals. And now you've even taken it one step further, and my money is going to help these women become rock stars? Why didn't I sign up a long time ago? But I will tell you that Limelight came to me at a time that was perfect. I don't say it was Limelight, I say it was God, but that's just me. I gotta tell my mom, my foundation brush is at her house, and damn, she lives 5 hours away. But I gotta go back there soon anyway. But the moral of the story here, guys, is one day I was just a hairdresser a long time ago trying to take care of my daughter. And I worked at Burger King at nighttime. And at one point I worked at 2 different Burger Kings in 2 different divisions. And I'm still going to put this back over there. And my entire life, I had my daughter when I got pregnant at 17. They kicked me out of school. All that jazz. I got my GED when I went to boot camp. And I did something bad to go to boot camp. And, I did what I did. I did it to a family member, so it's not like I'm some crazy ass chick just kickdooring people. But I was young. I didn't have my parents run around, and I did what I did to survive. And when my husband told me June 5th was the last day of his job and we didn't have a job in sight, and of course I jumped right back into as soon as I can go onto Craigslist, I can go onto LinkedIn, I can go onto Nextdoor, or I can go into Indeed. All I got to do is post my resume, and they will hire me to go back and work selling wine because I make people a lot of money when I'm in the wine business, and I get to bring a lot of bottles home, so that's always cool. But I got tired of people telling me I couldn't say sexy in front of customers. I couldn't say slutty in front of customers. And I couldn't use the word, one of them, she's a slutty whore. And it's the Camus 2010 private select, or select, special selection. I have a magnum of that shit that I can't wait to open. One day I'm going to find something awesome enough. And you know what? Before Limelight, I didn't know when that day would come. I'm going to let you know when I'm going to open that bottle. I'm going to open that bottle when I make 7 figures. There are plenty of women in this company that have done it in 2.5 years. I'm one of those people that is going to do it. And I'm going to try to break their records. And they welcome it. This is not a competitive company. We don't deal with drama. We don't deal with, oh, Susie Q over there stole my picture and this and that. They tell you, hey, if you want to, steal my stuff, if you don't got time or you're not clever enough to come up with your own stuff, you can take it, but you have to know that you're taking that risk. And, even though you put your link on there, you're still taking that risk. They're going to be like, well, this lady seems to have her shit together, so I'm going to go sign up with her. And sometimes I share things for informational purposes. But you won't catch me showing you somebody else's makeup video. Why? That's lazy on my part. I would much, much rather do it myself. And I use her video, take notes, do it myself. And then, of course, all y'all. We did half, right? So I'm going to do half here. Just because I'm crazy like that. And because I can. Because I don't work for the man. I do not work for the man. So, for everyone who came in a little late, I am sick. I just came from Winter Wonderland in Louisiana, where I'm from. And we had to put my dad's remains to rest. And the reason you're looking at me I like those colors together. Yes. The reason you're looking at me is because I show up to work. I show up to work. Most of the time, I'm on here 3 and 4 times a day. But I show up to work. I came in here and put some concealer on my eye just to make a point that people are asking me, how am I making these crazy sales? I stopped talking about the products and I started becoming a real person. If you wanted to learn the science behind products, then you would go to biochemistry or, some kind of school. Or you could go to your local Macy's, JCPenney, whatever. And you could ask the lady at the Macy's counter. I learned a lot by talking to the lady at the Macy's counter, by the way. But, where's my actual charger? I'm here, so why not ask me? That's not going to fit in my phone, is it? I have so many chargers, y'all. Y'all have no idea what goes on behind the scenes here. But I just started being real. I started telling people my story. I started telling people, oh shit, I just saw something. So I got this new color today. But anyways, I'll talk while I'm doing it. I just started being real with people. And they responded. And then my oldest daughter's bio dad told me about this app. You can also use it to move your, it's a super, super easy way for those of you beauty guides or beauty guides in training, or even lead start beauty guide, anybody who works for Limelight that wants to know how to move your live videos like this one to YouTube, like I will as soon as I'm done with it and charge my phone a little. There's a simple app, and you can open any, I got this baby today and I want to try it on, and it actually will match my eyes. This is Wedding Cake. But the app, you open it, it's got all your social media profiles on there because you've already typed them in. It links them all together, and you can come back into Facebook via Friendly. Don't click on Facebook. You would go through the Friendly app. Click on Facebook and then go to where your photos are. Click on albums, click on videos. All your lives will be there. Go open your live and you'll see a download cloud and arrow at the bottom right. And you download it to your your camera roll. Take it over to YouTube, upload it. Simple as that. So, we came out with some new colors. This is Wedding Cake. I know it's a little blurry to y'all. I like it because I like a little shimmer whenever I go out. And this is the first enduring lip color that's come out that I've been like, damn. I like the color. I like the consistency. I like everything about it. Same as usual. We have the angled wands that fit your lip perfectly. This is going all over my lip. And just like that, that matches my eyes perfect. And it's so pretty. I wish I could see the color. There we go. Look at all the sparkle. So pretty. So anyways, I went from wearing eyeliner, mascara, chapstick to being a Limelight beauty guide. I worked my business for like 2 weeks and I became a beauty guide. I'd been having the stuff forever. I lost 6 family members during the Hurricane Harvey, and I lost my dad a month later. So 7 deaths in 7 weeks is kind of trippy, and it sucks, especially when my dad died here. My kids found him. Like, it's been this whole thing, but I pushed through, and I'd say for a total maybe 2 months I worked my business, but in 2 weeks I became a beauty guide. And I've been on a roll ever since. And the reason is, yes, the app is telling people, when they're shopping and they're typing in these keywords, the app is telling them where to go. I had a lady call me, a beauty guide from Austin call me the other day, thinking I was customer service. That's how good my marketing skills are. Whenever you type in stuff, my name and my Turn Back Time Boutique, it pops up as an ad for Limelight. I don't know how it happened. I don't understand the tech stuff that goes with, doing all that jazz. Oh, hold on. I can plug y'all in. I don't understand how it works, but it does. And I've looked through everything. I'm not breaking any of our rules. I'm not breaking any bylines. But what I am breaking is records. And as long as I'm breaking records, I'm chilling like a villain. And it works. I'm not even doing anything. I'm talking to y'all. And I've got, hold on. I'm scooching back over. 7 orders. 7 orders. I don't know how long I've been talking to you. Probably an hour as usual. 7 orders have come through. I do not know any of these people. So, that's it. I found via my oldest daughter's father, who is a tech genius, a way to quantify my platform by however much I wanted to go. And I did so, and it's bringing people to me. I'm not going out looking for people. I'm still going to come on here and talk to y'all because it's fun. And I've gotten so used to doing it. But look at those Saved by the Bell eyes. That is picture worthy. I love you all. And thank you for all the new people who joined. If you're wondering how I'm doing it, this is it. I keep it real. I don't have time to be fake. I don't have time to come in here with makeup at the wazoo. I'm not Christina Hernandez, but I absolutely adore Christina Hernandez. Love her. I have learned so much from Christina Hernandez. I'm not even on her team. I am a part of the face crew. And the lady, she was on here earlier, Myra, she's a friend of mine. Like, I legit know her, and she lives like 11 miles up the road. She's not doing Limelight right now. She's starting to barely crawl back out of her shell. She had a baby, and those of us moms, we know that sometimes we don't want to be bothered with. So I was hanging out by myself. That was another reason that I didn't know enough about the products. So what did I do? I spent time with the products. I spent time reading those books that came in my kit. And I so am waiting for whoever the next person is to join me. Like, it's $169. It's $198.50 for the kit with tax. I will split that cost in half. You have to do this. I'm giving you an opportunity to make money. I'm giving you an opportunity to say, F the man and do your own thing. I'm giving you the opportunity to build your own empire and create your own legacy. And if you're a mom and you pass that up, I got nothing for you. Got nothing. This makeup and the skincare, it sells itself. You can go back and look at if you go to my main page and you see like it shows you like 6 cubed pictures, I strategically keep those there. It's my day one before I ever let anybody put anything on my skin. I didn't even realize how dead I looked. Come back. I didn't even realize how dead I looked, and I was so mad. I was like, people, y'all made me... I was running around here looking like a scaly zombie. And you look at my pictures now, and it's... I don't even look like the same person. So, it's all about how you work your business, how you make it your own, and people can connect to that rawness that I give them, and I'm not reading from a script. I'm not... You know, when my kids come in here and interrupt, I'm like, hey, I'm doing it live. You got to get out of here because, sorry if I offend you, but that's a shitty mom. Like, I let my family know ahead of time I'm doing a live. If they need to come in here and they need to ask me something or they need to do something, I will look away and I will address my family because at the end of the day, that's who I'm doing this for. I'm not doing it because I look pretty with rainbow eyeshadow. I'm not doing it because the lip stains are wonderful and they last fucking as long as you want them to. I'm not doing them because they've given me a boost of confidence that I've never had in my life before. Those are all things that come with being a beauty guide with Limelight. But that's not why I do it. I do it for them people out there and for my daughter who's out there in the Air Force. That's who I do it for. So, that's the secret. That's the big secret. You made it to Emerald City. You got to open the curtain. Here I am. That's the secret. Be real. Stop talking about the products. People will see you use them and they will be like, damn, do you know how many freaking eye pencils I sell? Our perfect eyeliner. I can't wait for the new colors to come out and be like, oh. But do you know how many of these I've sold? I think as of before I got on here, in 2 months, like 30 something of these. and the perfect mascara, because I market them two together. But do you know why people buy this like with an urgency? I have to have that right now. They will leave my live. They will leave my live and go rush to my page and go buy that eyeliner, because before I had my mirror that I have now, I used to have to hold my phone. Right now I'm holding it because I have to charge it. So you put the charger in, it acts weird. There it goes. But I was holding my phone like this, looking in my phone, one-handed, one line. And it blows people's minds. You don't have to talk about the products. People don't care. They care that it's chemical free. They care that they're not hurting animals. They care about, every person's going to care about something different when it comes to the products. And everybody's coming to you looking for something different. Not all of my customers are shopping for Christmas. There's people that don't even celebrate Christmas. There's people that are of different religion, race, ethnicities. And, you know, that's why I make sure to say holidays. I celebrate Christmas, but not everybody else does. So I make sure to say holidays. I'm not afraid to say Christmas. I just don't want people to be, you know, like, well, she's Christian, blah, 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 blah. I'm spiritual. I do not go to church. I don't associate with any one entity as far as the organized religion. I don't believe in organized religion. So I make myself accessible to everyone. And y'all seen the transformation with my skin. Not only the first time, but now going through the second time. Because for a month, I didn't wash my face. I didn't do my skin regimen. I didn't work my business. I didn't do shit. So, yes, I'm climbing the ladder really fast. Christina Hernandez inspired me to. She was like, I'm already up here. She's like, I got nowhere else to go. She's making 7 figures in 2.5 years. Her story is tragic. But with tragedy comes success. And that I took from her video. I got off of her live video, her live stream, and I said, you know what? I came in here, I rearranged everything, stopped talking about the products altogether, and just put my makeup on every single day and night with y'all. And at night, it's just to show y'all that the makeup is still on. And I do demos and swatches of new stuff. And I tell you about myself. And you find me interesting and you just keep coming back. And I love you for it. And that, my friends, my openness and my rawness and my ability to talk about any and everything. And that cute little app. That, my friends, is how today is December 11th. And I have sold a lot of products since December the 1st. A lot. I went to Walmart and I picked up my kids and I came back and I had 6 orders from all over the place. I don't know these people. And when I see their orders, here is one thing that I will say. I immediately get their email address. I send them a personalized email. Talk about the products that they ordered. And I don't push any other products on them. I just tell them about the products that they've ordered. And at the bottom, I put a little kind of like a disclaimer, but it just says, P.S. I'm pulling your address and I'm going to be sending you our full catalog with our complete skincare samples. And that's what I do. They didn't ask me for samples. They went to a website that they thought was automatically generated. And lo and behold, they get their own personal beauty guide. That's how I introduce myself. Hi, my name is Teresa, and I'm going to be your personal beauty guide. And I'm going to send you a catalog and look at all these amazing things you got. Do you have any questions? You can call me. I'm there for you. Those people have literally come back the next day and bought more stuff. So I've just looked at this from looking at it like as if I was drawing an algorithm to get rich, and figured out where I needed to plug, what I needed to plug, and peak times, peak days, all this different stuff. I figured it out on my own with the help of Clay, and I didn't have to come in here and put one thing of eyeshadow on. I've been dying to play with that palette, y'all. I've been dying to play with this palette. And it's a limited edition. Both of these, by the way, are limited edition. And like I told y'all, I've been waiting on this one since October. I don't know if they had to go find some lady that like used it one time and sent it to me. They would never do that, by the way. I'm just making fun. These are limited palettes. There used to be another one of these that was more classic, but it sold out. And I'm searching the earth. I know I'm gonna find one somewhere. It's called the Lottie Deluxe. This is the Dazzle. The other one's the Deluxe. But when these come out, you want to get them. Just like for Christmas, I've been telling y'all for weeks. Well, it's been a month now. This is almost sold out. And then you're not going to see it again until the end of January. And it's not going to be looking like this. And you'll have to buy each individual eyeshadow that's in here that's really shimmery. It works really good as a highlight. You'll have to buy them separately when you can get it for, I think it's $80, $88 right now. And it'll last you forever. So, I could go on and on and on about different things, different techniques that I do. But I've narrowed it down. Took me a couple of months. And I target no one. I just plug in the information that I want plugged in. I plugged in the keywords that I wanted to do. I used science and math, put it together, created something amazing, and people are being forwarded and filtered my direction. And I'm not going to be sorry for it. I've told you how to do it. Use the app. Combine all of your social media things. And it saves so much time. Because all I'm going to do when I get off of this video, I'm going to go to Friendly. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to click on my video, the same video. And I'm going to download it. It's going to go to Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr, and Snapchat all at one time. There may be some editing that I have to do for Snapchat, but for the most part, it'll do like a good hour. So, that's it. If y'all have any other questions, I really don't know how else to answer how I am doing what I'm doing, because I'm not doing anything. That sounds bad, but I'm working my business from behind the scenes. And I do come on here daily. I'm usually on here around 10 o'clock in the morning, but like I said, I am sick. I feel like crap, but that doesn't mean, you know, I can't tell if my kids were still babies, I couldn't tell them, like the guy on the NyQuil commercial. Oh, Charlie, I gotta take a sick day because I'm not feeling well. Like, who's gonna take care of the fucking baby, right? You gotta get up. You have to be accountable. I don't have a dry erase board yet, Christina Hernandez, but I'm gonna get one because hers just looks really cool. My kids will come in here and like tear up my office, but I have notebooks. I write everything down in notebooks. And my husband likes to build stuff, and he built our daughter, this amazing floating bookcase that goes all the way to the floor. So I use that a lot. And my stuff is just accessible. Just get it and go. And that's it. If you want to work your business, you have to find what works for you. And I love coaching people. I love teaching people. And the one girl that is signed up under me now is a friend of mine from school. She's dying to know what I'm doing, because she's really kick-ass at these sales businesses. I've never sold anything in my life, but I'm selling the shit out of some makeup right now. And there's a way that I'm doing it, and I'm not going to give all my secrets away. Actually, I will, but it's just not tonight. Jessica, if you have not signed up, I know Myra's not very active right now. I would love to have you on my team because you live here in the area and I can teach you firsthand what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing, I mean, yeah, you come on being live and, you know, it's kind of like showing up and clocking into work every day. And you can take the weekends off because nobody really watches on the weekends anyway because they're busy. But after you get over that hump of doing your first live video, you're on here for 2 hours like me. Easy. Easy. But you get over that hump and then you're like, oh my God, this is super easy. Like, it's like talking to a group of people. It's like all of you are sitting here around my desk. And I'm just talking to you in person. And Jessica, you wear makeup. I never wore makeup before Myra put all this stuff on me. I never wore makeup. I would try to dress up for y'all for the holidays, but y'all always outshine me. At least my nails were on point. Y'all could never tell me, my nails were always better. And Bianca was always so jealous. And now, because I do makeup on clients, I mean, these are my real nails. But they're too long, so I have to cut them. And I broke this one, so I definitely need to cut them. But I always had my nails done. But you had to know where to go to get it done. But you would really be kick-ass at this. And I know you're probably thinking that I'm smoking dope. But you have what it takes to do this. And there's certain people that have come to me and I'm looking for somebody. All I need is another recruit. The reason I keep mentioning recruits. And I get bumped up. And all the traveling that I do to do these one-on-ones, I get my car bonus. So, of course I want somebody to sign up under me. But I don't make any money off of anybody that signs up under me. That's the crazy thing. I want you to come join my team. I'm not going to make 1 red cent off of you. Because it's not a pyramid company. It's a direct sales company. And the way I get pushed up to the top of that mountain to continue to help other people that are trying to climb that same mountain is by building a team. And we all work collectively. But when you join, I don't make any money. It's in my mind, if I just wanted to sell makeup, I would just tell everybody, oh yeah, go ahead, spend $300. I've had customers, my largest order so far has been $487 a lady spent. I don't know her. She lives in some Bangor, Washington or something, so she's probably in the Navy. Her husband's probably in the Navy. $487 she spent today. I don't know her. I can tell you how she got there. But if y'all are at home, if you're looking for something to do on the side, and you can be, when you join my team, I will give you exclusive rights. I will even set it up for you on how to make money from anywhere. You can be sitting in the line of freaking Whataburger or Domino's or having time with your family. Like I was this weekend, you know, we were putting my dad's remains in the Atchafalaya River where he wanted. And then he wouldn't go down. We had to go get 2 beers. And once we gave him his 2 beers, he came up for the first one. Boop, 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 boop. And then he waited and waited and waited. And then went bloop, 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 bloop. He drank the second one and we literally didn't see any more bubbles. But I left this beer here at home, so that was my fault. But I would love to teach anybody on my team how to do what I'm doing. And the funny thing is, you don't have to buy any funny gadgets. You don't have to answer to anybody. You get something that looks like the stock market, or you can get an easier version of reading it. I like the stock market version because I like the stock market. But what I'm doing is not anything by these hands at all. And it's super simple. And if you can buy a kit and you got $3 to spend a month, you can actually pass me up pretty fast. So, I hope that answers every bit of the questions. I had them written down over here. So when you see me looking over here, that's what I'm looking at. Everybody's been asking all day, how are you doing it? How are you doing it? You've cracked some code. I didn't crack the code. I'm not responsible for cracking the code. Maddie's bio dad is responsible for cracking the code, and I will forever be grateful. And that's that. I love you all. I have to run. I need to take medicine. I've been talking too long. Oh, one of the things that I wanted to show y'all. These are going to come back. These are our farm to tub soaps. This is supposed to be for men. Freaking shit, smells great. Peppermint and tea tree oil, charcoal, vegan soap. This one here, though, I don't know. It's a toss-up. But this one's lavender and lemongrass. If you could only smell these, I promise you would never buy another soap from any other company, ever. So, but we're sold out of them, so I can smell them and you can't, and that's okay. They're coming back at the end of January. So, the next time I tell you, you need this in your life, I don't say that about much. Maddie! Look, real quick, Maddie. I got to show my daughter real quick. Because she doesn't stay on very long. She's got a brain of a grasshopper. Look at this palette that came in. I am super excited. Doesn't that look like Saved by the Bell? It looks like it's super hard to work with. But I have it on right now. Booyah. I've been waiting for this palette. It's like waiting to find out when God created dinosaurs, right? He created all these things and then he went and took a nap. But what about the dinosaurs? There's so much shit about stuff that it doesn't make any sense to me. So, my Scrub Teeny finally came in. It's winter time. When you're seeing the flakes in your hair, now some of this is cordy, but if you're seeing flakes in your hair, your face is peeling because the wind is like drying it out. If you put oil on your face like I do, the wind is blowing it off. Yes, I do shave my face. We've talked about this before. That is an amazing exfoliant. This is a super moisturizing sugar body scrub with virgin coconut oil, shea and olive butters, and lemon verbena healing oils. This is for when you have winter skin, and you need something to scrub your face. It's actually a body scrub. I use it on my face. Everybody, if anybody knows me, y'all know that I freaking hate Christmas music. But I'm so happy that I reached out to Clay. And I'm sitting here with y'all, and I now have 9 orders that have come through. What? I didn't do anything. He's smart, and he had an algorithm and an app. And I'm ready to build my team. Whoever's ready to come make money, I'm not joking. I'm posting my pictures of my success. I'm posting it. But if y'all could smell this. Honey child, if you scrub that, I really use this on my face, and you're going to think I'm super psyche weird, but like I said, I rock and roll how I want to. I actually put this in my hair, and it heals the dry scalp. And you can also take a little bit of the Must Do with the One Drop Wonder, their essential oils, and just put them on your scalp. Like, not in your hair, like move your hair out of the way. Like right here, I would go like bloop. Actually, I did this morning, and now my hair is all shiny. Lemon. Body soap. Lemon. It's made of beeswax. So you can sit it on your soap dish or leave it in your shower. It doesn't get soggy. It's never going to get soggy. If it gets soggy, I promise I will come on Facebook Live and I will eat that soap. I've tested the products, y'all. I don't lie to you. It doesn't get soggy. Lasts forever. So, I showed y'all my new color tonight. Wedding cake. I'm obsessed. Look at the sparkle. It's just enough plum to go with my tricolor here. Tomorrow I'll play around with some more of the colors. Jessica, Maddie, I'm serious. Y'all need to do this. Especially now that Maddie, Clay's the one who gave me the keys to the Golden Gate. I don't work for the orders. The orders just come in. And I can't tell you how to do it on right now, but I need to build my team. I'm ready. Let's do this. I mean, I don't make any money off of you joining. That's the God's honest truth. I make not 1 red cent off of anybody joining my team. So why the hell would I be so insistent on people joining my team? Because I'm going to make you a lot of money. And I want to take people, I don't want to get to the top of the mountain and say, oh my God, look at what I did all by myself. I just climbed this mountain and then be like pulling y'all up and pulling you up. I mean, I'm going to, because that's just who I am. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm all about empowerment, and I will pull you up. But Jesus, I'm already going up there. Can you just hop on my back and let's go? I'd much prefer to do it that way. Because this company comes out with new stuff every single day. I open my email and I'm like, my mind is blown. Every morning. Every single morning. So, y'all want to join a winning team. And if you want to hang out with somebody who is making money and making changes, and people are asking me out the wazoo, Maddie, you can scroll back up and look at what Myra was saying about me. She is astonished in what I've done in this short amount of time, that I've actually been working my business. I've totally superseded anything that she's done with her entire time with Limelight. Not just because she took some time off, but just because I picked up the phone, I called somebody, and I said, there's a scientific way to do this. I'm doing it. It's not against any rules, it's not against any bylaws, so you can join now. Get it while the getting is good. Because once January comes, everybody's broke. I'm still going to be generating sales, though. I love you all. Thank you for watching my back to the Saved by the Bell days with my eyeshadow. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to continue to play with it. The new color I put on tonight is a lip stain. Mwah. Matches my eye color. I did one eyebrow. Just to show you the difference between the videos I used to do and the videos that I do now. Now, I talk about real world stuff, talk about your life, talk about my life. Y'all have been very therapeutic for me. So, I love you, and thank you for your support, and hopefully somebody messages me and just says, you know what? I want to do this. I want to jump on board, and I want to make money. I want to buy... When I tell you this stuff is discounted in your green room, you're going to look at me like I'm flipping crazy. We get a very huge discount. And then you get commission on your discounted stuff. So, name me one other company that does that. And Maddie, you know we broke. How am I doing it? I'll never tell. Actually, I've given a lot of it away today, so I know Nisha disappeared. She's out there and she's been messaging me. She's figuring it out. And it's cool. There's 7 billion people in the world. If somebody else figures out how to do it, and she's on my team, so it's beneficial to me to help her. But I just couldn't help her like right now while I'm talking to y'all. So now I'm going to get off. I'm going to go help her. And if y'all have any questions, I'm available all the time. Even though I'm sick, I still answer my phone, even if I'm asleep. I'm a light sleeper. And let's make some money.